Hey, hello everyone. We are here in a new challenge. In this case, is the number 6 of the page at Adventjs.dev. Okay, so we are here in front of a medium level challenge, right? So let's read through the instructions so we can understand what we need to do. In this case, well, the instructions says, we have already wrapped hundreds of presents, but an elf forgot to check if the present, represented by an asterisk, is inside the box. The box has a present, represented by an asterisk, and counts as inside the box if it is completely surrounded by hash on the box's edges and the asterisk is not on the box's edges, right? So we need to keep in mind that the asterisk can be inside, outside, or might not even be there, okay? So our task is to return true if the asterisk is inside the box and false otherwise, okay? So we have here four examples, and as you can see in the two first ones, we can see the asterisk inside the box, so that's why it returns true. And in the other ones, we have the asterisk over here. I think I can zoom it a little bit. Let's see. Okay. The asterisk is over here outside the box, so that's why we return false. And lastly, we have this example where we don't have any asterisk inside the box, so that's why it returns true. So what we need to do first is to, let's see, we have to check if the box is actually a valid box, right? So for that, we need to create a constant that is called is a valid box, right? So if we look at the pattern that the box has, it always start by an hash and end by another hash in all its elements. As you can see here, here, and here. So we can use that information to check if the box is valid. So, okay, let's call it box. It will be, we need to use the method every, because we need to check if all the elements start by by an asterisk and ends by an asterisk, so well, let's call the inner this parent as underscore box, so it doesn't make conflicts with the box of the parents. So it shouldn't make conflicts, but this is just a way for us to identify, which box we are using. So in this case, we need to let's okay. In this case, we need to check the first value, the first element, let's say, of the box. It will be something like this, and the element, last element of the box will be something like this. Will be box dot length -1. And I think we can use the method add and pass a negative number, in this case -1, which is basically the same. And just to for consistency purposes, I'm gonna use the same method in both constants. Okay, now that we have those values stored in those constants, we need to check if um, first element is, well, let's call it as cons is first element valid, and it will be equal to first element starts with an asterisk. um yeah, or maybe we need to compare directly if it is an asterisk, and hash, I mean, and yeah, and hash, a hash, sorry. And the last I mean, is last element valid, it will be equal to last element equal to hash, right? So we need to return is first element valid and is last element valid. So we with this information, we can know if the box or the wrapper is valid, right? So now we need to check if in the content there is an asterisk, which is the present itself, right? So for that, we need to, let's say, slice the array in order to have only the content of it. So for that, we can slice it from the second element to the um, mm, I don't know how to call the last one, but minus one. I don't know how to say that, but you understand what I mean. So for that, we need to let's see, content, box content. It should be box content. It will be an array, and that array will be made of the initial one, but it will be sliced from the index 1, which is the second element, to uh, the last element minus 1. I don't know how to how to say that in English, but it will be something like this, if I am not mistaken. And then now we need to check if um, uh, has, I mean, is there a present? Is there a present? So we can say box content. We need to check every element. Well, I think we just need to use some, because at least the content has one asterisk. We can, how can I say, interrupt the iteration until then, you know? So if we find, for example, the asterisk in the first element of the box content, we don't need to continue iterating the array to look for another asterisk, you know? So that's why I am using some instead of every. So I'm gonna call it as a box content, right? Underscore box content. And we need to check if the box content includes the asterisk. So now that we have that information, I think the only thing that we need to return is if it is a valid box and is there a present in the box. So let's see what we get. Awesome. So we got 5 stars out of 5, which is a nice result. And I am a bit happy because this is my, how can I say? This is my shortest video I ever made since since I have started recording this kind of challenges. You know what I mean? So we have now 10 minutes video so far. So I'm gonna close the video right now because it is more, it is shorter, you know. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my approach for this challenge number 6. And remember, this kind of videos is a way for me to practice English and at the same time practice programming logic. The logic while programming. So yeah, I will see you in the next challenge. Thank you for watching.